Hello, and welcome back to my channel. It's Only Oracle here today with a pick a card reading. Today's question is, what goes through your future spouse's mind the first time they see you? I have 4 piles here. Pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. Go ahead and take a moment. You can close your eyes and kind of ask which pile you think is for you, and then you can jump to your timestamp in the description. And I'll see you at your reading. Bye. Okay. Hello, pile 1. If you picked the wedding card, then this is going to be your reading. So, I have a split here. Because this is a general reading, I'm getting like lots of different messages for what their first, what went through their mind when they first saw you. For some, like, they didn't really notice you when they first saw you. So maybe this is someone you are kind of an acquaintance with, or has only like seen you in a certain type of situation. I'm getting they met you, or the first time they saw you, what went through their mind, it was like they weren't really thinking about you, because I think they only see you in like a certain type of situation. It seems like this is, you guys meet like only at work, or you only see each other at school, and so like it's not that you necessarily blend in with the crowd, but it's like nothing is like, oh my god, standing out. For others of you, because again, that's just for some of you. For others of you, I'm hearing like, oh, that was hubby or wifey, like I knew right away. It just depends. And I want to note real quick that when I say what goes through their mind the first time they saw you, I mean when they saw you in person. So if this is someone who you met virtually, this is like their reaction when they first saw you in person, which I was also getting kind of like an airport thing where they're like looking for you, especially the like masculine or the guy. I just get this image of like someone either waiting at an airport or just very like direct and stern and kind of like searching, and the girl's not really noticing. So I feel like the divine masculine definitely noticed the divine feminine first. Again, this does apply for any gender, so if you are, into the same sex, obviously, then you would just say like whoever fills the more masculine role in the relationship would be the one who is the divine masculine, divine feminine. Because again, not to get too far into it so I can keep the reading going, but we all have both masculine and feminine qualities in us. It's just in a relationship to keep balance, right? Because balance is something that's essential to make a relationship work. Someone generally takes the more feminine role, which is like receiving, receptive, supportive. Not that the masculine can't be that, but just that one person normally takes the feminine role and the other one takes a more masculine role. But obviously, it doesn't matter gender, because there are like straight, relationships where the woman has taken the more masculine role and the man has taken a more feminine role. And there's nothing wrong with either. Again, this isn't about gender, it's about energy. So there's that. So let's ask some tarot cards here. What went through pile 1's future spouse's mind first time they saw them in person? Feeling these two. Okay. Anything else? Okay. Oh, okay. We got a lot more. These are like secretly underneath. We'll just... Okay, so let's just... I always like to go from left to right for some reason. I don't know. But let's go with the left. So I think that... If you hear someone in the background, sorry. But I think they thought... Like, there were a lot of options. That's what I mean, where I feel like wherever you meet this person for the first time, or when they see you for the first time, it's with a group of people. Like, it's a group setting. I'm definitely getting group vibes here, where you're not meeting somewhere privately for dinner, or like you're not even like they have to search you out in a crowd of sorts. Like, there's something here with a crowd being present when you meet. So whether that's like a bar, like I said, I had the airport, school, wherever you're meeting, you're not alone. That's for sure. It's not like you're running into them, I don't know where people meet one-on-one. Like, in some intimate setting. It's not intimate at all, that's for sure. Where when you meet them for the first time, it's not intimate. So what goes through their mind is like, I think a lot of things, depending, like, because this is a general reading, like there was not one, Spirit is definitely saying there's not one collective thought that's like, oh, this is what they think when they meet their future spouse. It's a ton of things. But also, I think your future spouse is rather distracted. It looks like distracted is in their mind. So again, I'm getting the feeling you pass each other or you see each other, but you don't really meet. So like, if I asked the first time they saw you, it wouldn't really be helpful in some ways, because it's not like they're seeing you is like really seeing you, you know, meeting you. So let's see if we can get something about, we're going to go to the first meeting, because them seeing you, I don't know if you notice each other upon first impression, or if you guys are both just busy, or you might have met in childhood, so it's like kind of, or like through family, or very young. Like I'm getting you could have met young and not, so like you don't, the first time they ever saw you, honestly, it's not that memorable. But I don't mean that in a bad way. Like, it's just that it's not, like, that would not be the standpoint. And again, when I say see you, it's like they saw your face. So I don't get that this is like a love at first sight kind of thing. Not that it can't be, it could be love at first meeting. Again, you got to distinguish the two. Seeing each other for the first time and meeting for the first time are two very different things. But seeing for the first time, this is not one of those situations where it's like, oh, it was love at first sight. Yeah, I think they have a lot going on in their head. But let's see what happens when you meet. What was meeting for the first time then? Okay, yeah. So I'm definitely getting work, school setting, like, or just something about you not. I don't know why I'm getting like an online relationship too. Like you meet through Tinder, or maybe they swiped like left or right. I don't have Tinder, so I don't know. But maybe they swiped the wrong way on you. I don't know. It's like something is, it's weird. It's not, when you first meet, this isn't something that's like, again, this doesn't feel automatic. I'm definitely feeling like this takes some time to build. So the relationship takes time to build. It's not a, we fell in love at first sight, we couldn't get enough of each other. But honestly, it feels like it's sweeter because of that, because it like, honestly, I'm feeling childhood sweethearts for some of these, or like someone who was in your high school. You know those stories where it's like, oh, we went to the same high school, but we just never saw each other. Like we never, our friend circles didn't really pass or anything. Like we just didn't see each other. And then you go away to college and maybe you come back after, or, you know, and then you meet and it's like, oh, like this person is actually someone I could date, but like you had to go separate paths. So like the first time you see each other, it doesn't like lead to the relationship right away. It's a time thing. And so you might have already seen this person or met this person, but you don't, it's not something you're going to remember. It's like you get reconnected when you're supposed to get reconnected. And I just keep getting online, maybe with this Uranus, but like maybe you and I keep seeing Facebook. So maybe you have like mutual friends and you finally message each other through Facebook. So like the first time they see you, like again, I just don't think the impression is much, or like the impression is, this is it. Like I found the one. There's just so much going on that I don't think that's their initial thought. But let's see. So let's get a little more about how you guys like connect. How do these two connect? Because it isn't through like, it isn't through eyes. It's like it's through eyes, but it's not through like first sight. Yeah, okay. So definitely you could meet virtually. I get that big time here. But also you could meet in like a relaxed place. Why am I getting like hanging out on the quad? Something about this just screams like school or work or a coffee shop. It's like, it's varying, but you meet and it's, I'm hearing jump through fire. So I don't know, like, this is random, but maybe you like lost your house in a fire before? I have no idea. This is so interesting. I'm going to ask for a clarifier because Spirit gave me some cards. Maybe my questioning was unclear. That's a problem. So, what connects? That's what it was. What connects? There it is. Yeah, I know. Something about this is knowledge-based. And then I'm just going to take these two. I see provoker and the body. I don't know why, but I'm also getting like someone who bullied you in childhood. That's so weird. Why would you want to date someone who... I'm not judging you, but I'm just saying it's like most people are not going to date their bulliers because they just wouldn't do that. But I'm just getting... Yeah, or maybe they were like a snot-nosed kid. I don't know. And you glow up, like you glow up, and then you guys get along and they change. Something about this has a lot of transformations and change in it. So I do feel that you don't, yeah, again, this just takes time. Like this takes a transformation. It takes, I just keep hearing like a transformation through time. You guys like change or something. And, you know, they say, I don't know how accurate this is, that a lot of us meet our future spouse before we're 15. So something about this is like you either have already known each other, or if you've never meet them and you meet them later, it's like there's an awareness of each other that existed, but not in a romantic sense. So whether that's just they've seen your picture online, or they've, I'm hearing they've seen you before, but it wasn't like, there might have even been a little spark, but it wasn't like anything to really let them know. But yeah, you guys connect. I think school's a really big thing here. I'm just hearing like school, higher education, job, wherever you're using your brain is where you connect. So if you use your brain to do social media, that's where you connect. If you use your brain because you're a engineer, that's where you connect. Or if you use your brain with your family to like brainstorm solutions with your finances, or wherever you're using your brain is where you're going to connect with this person. And so that's why I also kind of get the intellectual vibe, where that's where you connect on the intellectual realm. Not that you don't collect, because you also connect physically. Let's not get this wrong. Like there is an attraction, but it isn't immediate. It's something that grows. And I think that's really cool too, because like, let's be real here. Not everyone's falling in love at first sight. I'm sorry, it's just not realistic. I love that idea. Of course, it's a fun trope in movies and stuff, but it's not realistic. Most people, you know, we have to go through different things, and we don't necessarily know someone's our twin flame or our soulmate right away. And I think, you know, the divine intentionally creates it that way, because sometimes we have to learn things and become certain people before we can come together with someone. And I think that's the case for you, where like, I'm just seeing you two had to become certain people, and you have like 6s here, again, again, and again. And the number 6 is just nostalgic. I didn't even notice it. So you have 6 of Cups, 6 of Wands, and 6 of Pentacles. So yeah, something about this is like finances, childhood, like just a lot of, I just like, it's not a romantic first seeing, I'm sorry, which actually might be beneficial for some of you to know. I'm hearing some of you don't know, like you don't notice this person. You watching this, I know this is what goes through their mind the first time they see you. Oh my gosh, yeah, I'm just now getting this. Sorry. Another note for some of you, this is someone you don't notice or you don't know of, but someone that has noticed you. And I think that's something else too. If this is like, if you're the divine masculine, you may have already noticed your divine feminine. If you are the divine feminine, then like your divine masculine may have already noticed you, but you haven't registered it yet. And then if you're the divine masculine and you don't have someone in mind, I'm getting that you will be attracted to them when you first see them. Or that this is, I just keep getting someone from your childhood, and I get that like maybe they were overweight as a kid, or maybe and that's like not a problem, but you know, they've like glowed up and taken care of themselves. And so when you see them again or meet them again, you're like, holy smokes, like you look good. I'm saying like you look good. So the first time your person sees you, if you're divine feminine, I think they are attracted to you, or they don't notice you because you're in a big crowd, but you connect later. And if you're the divine masculine, you do notice the divine feminine first. So no matter gender, but if you identify as divine masculine, I do think, I'm very sure here that your divine masculine will notice you before you notice him. So that's something for certain. And I'm pretty sure they will approach you before you approach them. Let's triple check that here. Spirits, divine masculine.
Yeah. Okay. I was just making sure here. So, yeah, and I get something like a childhood bully, like maybe your brother's friend or something who used to tease you when you were younger. I don't know, something about your future spouse is like someone you kind of know. There's just something about them is familiar. And if that does not resonate, like no one in my childhood, never, could never, disgusting, please don't ever say that, only Oracle, then yeah, I think this is someone who when you meet them, they might tease you a little bit just because that's in their like personality. They're kind of, if they're the divine masculine. And as the divine masculine, if you're looking for a divine feminine, I think she will be kind of quick-witted. So, you know, whoever you are, whoever this other person is going to be kind of like quippy with you. Just to kind of like test and see what you can handle. Because something about this does scream like intellectualism, or like that's where you reconnect. So if this is, say for just the example, like your brother's friend, then it would be like you guys are like teasing each other. I get teasing being very big here, like something about having fun with each other and kind of like using your words to joke around. But yeah, that's all I see for you. So I'm sorry if this reading was all over the place. I think the first time, what goes through their mind the first time they see you, it's not a clear-cut answer, unfortunately, for this pile. It will definitely vary. But no, I think that I'm hearing you will know about this person when you're supposed to. So whether you already do know them, but you're not aware of them being your spouse, or you just don't, like you're in each other's circles, but you haven't met, the divine is certain that they want you to become aware when they want you to become aware. And that for sure, the divine masculine, like the masculine knows who the feminine is way before the feminine does, and the feminine will figure it out. Kind of like those things where you're like, oh, when I first met him, I couldn't stand his ASS, but he was like totally smitten. Kind of that kind of vibe. So divine masculine will definitely approach to the divine feminine here. And so first time they go through you, I think they do. If you're the divine feminine, find you attractive. If they're the divine masculine watching this, your divine feminine thinks you are put together and like kind of a boss energy. So that's all I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, comment down below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Okay, hello, Pile 2. So what goes through their mind the first time they see you? For the first pile was very messy and all over the place, so I'm wondering if I'm going to have to kind of rephrase this question because, again, when you first see someone, unless it's love at first sight, there could be a lot of things going through your mind, you know what I'm saying? But I think when they first saw you, they were scared. Yeah, I'm getting like, I'm scared. Like this person is too attractive, like too much. And I'm also getting for some of you, the first time they saw you, you were with your child. So maybe you're divorced or you have a kid, and the first time they saw you and your kid, and I think they thought your kid was very like cute. All right, but let's see what else we have, because that's just, yeah, something about this is like this is definitely not someone who I feel like was confident in the approach right away. So this isn't someone on the street who's just like, hey girl, you looking fine. This is someone who was kind of in their head, something about you made them nervous. All right, through their mind the first time. Yeah. Okay. So for you guys, this is a lot more clear. So the first time they saw you, yeah, I think they recognized, I recognized your worth right away. And yeah, guy or girl, doesn't matter, because I was like, is this like divine masculine or feminine? And it's both. So regardless of divine masculine or feminine, whoever this person is, the first time, your future spouse, first time they saw you, they were ready to take they were nervous. Like I'm getting the scared energy, the hesitancy, because they knew how powerful a connection with you would be. I think they found you very attractive, like regardless of if you were with your kid or whatever you were doing with the star card here and like 3 major arcanas, they found you attractive. I think they found you lively, and yeah, I'm just getting like, I wanted to come right up and like talk to you, but I'm also sensing a hesitancy of like, I didn't, because I was nervous, or like I didn't feel confident enough to just assert myself and be like, hey, what's your name, sweetie? Like I'm getting something of a bit of strategicness here, but definitely when they first saw you, they were attracted and they thought you shined bright. So you stood out to them. I'm definitely getting that energy. Yeah, you just seemed very empowered. Okay, you seemed very empowered and like you knew what you were doing. So no matter where they saw you for the first time, I feel like your energy was strong and they felt your energy, and I just see they wanted to come up to you right away. Like they wanted to make you a romantic offer right away, because I keep being drawn to this Knight of Cups, but they didn't. I'm just seeing they didn't do it right away. So I don't know if the first time they saw you was just like passing by or something, but I feel like after they saw you, they looked you up. If they didn't talk to you, like or if they didn't get your name or something, not to be creepy, they might have followed you for a little bit, like not in a very creepy way, just trying to find out some information about you so that they could contact you at a later date, because I don't know, if you're with your kid, maybe they didn't want to, come off. So, what goes through their mind the first time they just felt like they couldn't just getting this vibe of a barrier where whenever they saw you first, they felt like they couldn't reach you. And I also got this in the last pile through social media, it could have been that where they can't actually reach you because you're through the screen, but they were very, very attracted to you the first time they saw you. They noticed you the first time they saw you is what I'm saying. So this isn't someone who you've just passed on the street and they didn't notice you and then they did. Like, no, they noticed you. You stood out. I just seen like they wanted to come in with an offer hot the first time they saw you. Let's see. Yeah, and with like this Tower and the Seven of Cups, it was like, I'm just hearing, damn, like this person got it going on, they, and I think it regardless of how you look, it wasn't even just your look, it's how your energy is. Your energy is powerful, and they saw that right away, especially if you're the divine feminine. But even if you're the divine masculine, yeah, you still shine, like you just have powerful energy, you have emperor energy then. You're just very intense and bright, and so right away this person, I just see, I wanted to make you an offer. Like, I wanted to make you an offer. Like, will you come home with me? Please. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were ready to make the offer. Let's see. Anything else go through pile twos? Yep. Mine, first time they saw. Yeah, I'm hearing I want to take the burdens off of you. So if you're the divine feminine, the divine masculine right away was ready to, like, I'm hearing I'd go to war for you. Like, they were ready to make sure you got treated the way they think you deserved. Yeah, and I'm sensing patience here. Like, this isn't a connection where they approached you super sleazy. Like, nothing here screams sleazy. It screams strategic. It screams, I find this person very attractive and I don't want to ruin it by just coming in too hot or being, overly, how certain people approach you at a bar and it's just, or somewhere, and it's just the energy. You're just like, why are you being like this? Like, don't be like this. That is not this person at all. First time they saw you and connecting with you and trying to meet you, they were ready to be patient. Like, they wanted to. So they wanted to rush in hot, but they were willing to be patient because I think they see you have a lot going on, guy or girl. And so they weren't, I'm hearing, I don't want to rush you. So they didn't want to rush you. They wanted to make sure you could do whatever you needed to do and you not feel pressured. I think feel pressured by them because you do shine bright, and I think a lot of people notice you. So I think they knew they did. Yeah, I'm also hearing I'm not just another person. Like, I'm not just another guy or girl walking up to you. I'm like, I think this person also has a little bit of an ego, not in a negative, really bad way, but in a healthy way. That's like, they know you're not like anyone else, but they also are not like anyone else. I mean, this is your future spouse. If you're that special, I would hope your future spouse is as special as that. And so they didn't want to just come in and be, they're like, I just didn't want to be sleazy. I keep hearing the word sleazy. Like, I didn't want to be sleazy. And so they definitely watched you instead of just approaching you right away, trying to figure out an approach. So let's see how you first meet. How does pile first meet? There we go. All right. I don't know if I'll take all of these. Let's do a mini shuffle. How does pile two? There it is. Taurus, I have. So yeah, a lot of you may have met at work where they saw you doing something where people were watching you. Maybe you're like a performer of sorts. Something about you does scream out to me, guy or girl, that you have eyes on you. Whether you consciously are aware of that or not. Like, you don't have to be famous to have people watching you. You know how some people are just more watched than others? I think you're one of those people. Let's see. So it could have been at work. I'm hearing anything with your finances. So if you have an accountant or something like that, could have been there at like an office. I'm also hearing still bar. Yeah, the first time they meet you, though, they're like, they want you. It's very simple. They want you. This is not a confusing pile, no matter the gender, like no matter you're a guy or girl, whoever your future spouse is, this person wanted you. I am getting kind of love at first sight vibes. Not 100% where they were, but it was pretty close because they were attracted. Like, I'm having trouble speaking. Like, you kind of left them, I'm hearing that. You kind of left me speechless. Like, when they saw you, they were just like, oof, I want that. Like, that's mine. And so I think that is why when they first meet you, they're not going to be, the only word I keep hearing in my head is sleazy. They are not going to be sleazy. They refuse to be sleazy. They're going to be smooth, guy or girl. They're going to be, like, I am getting a little cocky with you. They're going to be a little cocky because they want you to know. They see that you're worth a lot, but they want you to know that they're also worth a lot. I think they want to be on equal footing with you. And I did say in the initial beginning, you kind of made them scared. And I think it's because you do shine so bright that a part of them does have fears. They revert to the ego in their fear when they see you and they meet you. But yeah, let's see how they first connect. Like, how do they first connect? There we go. All right. So I'm hearing you actually may meet during Mercury retrograde. So when Mercury's in retrograde, I'm not sure the next one, but if Mercury's ever in retrograde, that might be when you meet, which is also why this person might be kind of tongue-tied. Not to blame it on the retrograde, but and yeah, you connect when I think you're going through a change in your life. You're going through a change in your life, and because it seems like they're pretty set, whoever this other person is, but you're going through a change in your life. And they just kind of, I'm hearing they just pop in. Like, they just pop in. You just meet. It's not something, this is definitely not a planned, well, on someone's end, it may be a planned, I'm hearing it was a planned meeting. So they didn't plan seeing you, obviously, for the first time, but they might have planned meeting you or connecting with you. Well, I don't know. They didn't plan to connect with you. Sorry, let me clarify. They didn't plan to connect with you. They just did, right? They just felt a connection with you. But from there, they planned on meeting you. So even if they saw you, and I get they saw you, let me triple check this, but did they see who saw who first for pile 2? I'm here and feeling this one. Oh, yeah. They saw you first. So whoever this other person is, they saw you first. I am feeling masculine energy, as in the masculine more than likely saw the feminine first. But even if that's not the case and you're a masculine watching this, you're like, when your divine feminine did, like, she noticed you too. I don't think gender applies as much, but I am feeling it's more the masculine, like, he noticed you. He definitely noticed you. He saw you there. And I think he was a little hesitant. So yeah, he definitely noticed, and this is a patient kind of communication, because I think you're both very special individuals. Not that everyone's not special, that's not what I'm saying, but I mean, you don't blend in with the crowd. I think that's what I'm saying. You don't blend in with the crowd. I'm feeling Scorpio energy, so Scorpio may be prominent in both of one of your charts. Also Aquarius energy came in, Gemini, Libra, Aries. I'm just naming some of the ones I see here. But, I don't really go by signs too much. But yeah, so something about you, but the Scorpio energy is more so, Scorpio is very intense, and it's a lot of transformations over and over again. So I think Scorpio people, let's be real here, Scorpio people stand out a lot of the time. So I think you both stand out, and that's definitely what draws you to each other, is like noticing. I'm hearing I noticed me and you. Like I noticed we were the same. Like we were both different. We both were like lonely souls. Oh, it's kind of sad but cute. Yeah, we were both, even if you're in the spotlight, like you're not connected. So you both noticed each other. Maybe not one of you might have noticed before the other, but like once you did see each other, you saw each other, you know? And when you meet, it's very, I think serendipitous is the word I'm looking for. It's very serendipitous. And I'm hearing stars align. It's like an inner celebration that you found. Yeah, I'm hearing inner celebration because I found my person. So I think this is not one where you don't know if this is your person. I think this is one where even if you don't date right away, even if you don't date right away, and I feel like work might be something that gets in the way of that, even if you don't date right away, you noticed that you had some type of connection right away. That was apparent to both of you. So am I seeing anything else about first time they saw you or meeting? Yeah, I don't know. Something about this just screams to me that you guys reinvent each other's lives. So I don't know what you're supposed to be doing together. Maybe you're both earth angels, but once you connect, the intensity is palpable. The achievement is palpable. Like it's a powerful energy. Maybe power couple vibes. But yeah, that's all I'm seeing for you. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, comment down below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
Okay, hello, Pile 3. If you chose to give your relationship a chance, then this is your reading. So, what am I getting? I'm getting like the sound like something about this is yummy. And with the give your relationship a chance, it's maybe someone, an ex or something. But this is the first time they see you, so I'm not recommending exes. Obviously, a lot of people don't ever want to date their ex, and I respect that. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know. I just get, I want to embrace you. Like, I want to hold you. Is that from both sides? Yeah. Let's get some cards to see some more, because I'm not seeing a super ton with this. I also feel like this could be a past life relationship where when you see each other, it's like you're meeting again. So what went through the... Yep. Oh, yeah. This is hecka divine, y'all. And, yeah. Okay, I gotta keep it PG, but someone may have gotten a little in their pants, you know, a bit of a little, you know. And then you also have the High Priestess and the Ace of Pentacles on the bottom, but we're going to leave that. So let's start with the Lovers in reverse. Yeah, I think this is... There was an attraction here. I'm hearing you didn't know right away, though. Like, you didn't... The first time they saw you, I don't think they knew you were their future spouse. Yeah, no. But they wanted you to be their lover. Yep, there it is. I didn't know you were my future spouse, but I wanted you to be my lover. And it was like Daylight. Oh, that song, that Taylor Swift song, Daylight, that's like something, I kind of get that energy here. Yeah. Yeah, and I'm hearing I don't have to defend myself, but I'll defend loving you. So, the first time they saw you, especially if they're divine masculine, they were very certain that you were, I don't know, that you were like, you were worth a lot. Like, you were worth a lot. I think that's it. They were very sure that you were worth a lot and that they would want to get to know you more, you know. All right. I'm going to adjust that. Okay. And so let's see, what else went through Pile 3's future spouse's mind the first time they saw them? Yeah, they just wanted to embrace you. I just get a lot of physical intimacy was one of their first thoughts when they saw you. I don't know, especially if you're the divine feminine, I don't know if you look particularly soft or something, or something about you may have chubby cheeks, or something about you is just very delicate, whether that's just you're a curvier person, so you're just very soft, cheeks, maybe you wear a lot of blush, that makes your lip or your cheeks look pink. Something about you was innocent to them, and they wanted to yeah, I want to embrace you. Like, I want to hold you right away. Anything else the first time they saw you? And I'm getting they did see your body the first time they saw you, so I don't know, take with that what you will. And something about the shoes you were wearing being, they liked your shoes. That's so interesting. Why would they like their shoes? I don't know. But I got it. They liked your shoes the first time they saw you. Yeah, okay. Hold on a second here while I... Yeah, something about this, I'm hearing they're fatigued. So while they're attracted to you and they want something physical, when it comes, because this lovers is in reverse. So I think this is obviously your future spouse, and this is for you, this future spouse of yours is a divine counterpart, but I don't know what their previous relationship was or what they were previously going through before they met you. For some of you, they might have already been married before. That's just for some. But, or at the very least, I feel like whoever your future spouse is, they've been in a relationship before you. And so the first time they see you, your future spouse, it's almost sad because it's like they kind of gave up on love. I think that they give your relationship a chance. They've kind of given up on love. I'm just getting like, oh, like this person, like they're physically attracted to you, but mentally they're just so fatigued they couldn't actually process a relationship. And I think that's why I get this like Seven of Wands defensive energy. It's almost like they were trying to protect themselves against their attraction to you, even though you guys are divine counterparts, because they have things they were working through, personal like issues that mentally they just weren't in a space to welcome me. I'm just hearing I wasn't in a space to really welcome love at that time. Even though I was attracted to you, I wasn't trying to fall in love. I'm hearing that Kyle song, I Don't Want to Fall in Love, so yeah. And some of you may have curly hair, I'm just getting that too. Yeah, I don't want to fall in love. They didn't really want to fall in love. I'm going to take all of these. So... let's actually do this. Okay. Yeah, and I'm also hearing I don't want to take action. So when this person first saw you, it's like they already they'd given up. I know I said before that they would defend you, and I think they would defend you, but they had like given up on the idea of dating you before it even started. It's like they gave up before it even began. And yeah, I think for some of them, they're conscious about how they look. Like, they don't think they look good enough for you. They don't think they're attractive enough for you. I'm not getting whether or not they are. For some of them, they may have a little bit of, like, pudge on them or something, a little bit of overweightness, or just a little bit of, like, fat, and they just don't, I'm hearing they don't think their body, they're self-conscious of their body. So when they first saw you, they're very attracted to your body. That's very clear. Like, whether you're soft, curvy, however you're shaped, they're attracted to how you're shaped. But for their own body, they don't feel as confident in it. So it kind of, you know, when you see someone really attractive of the opposite gender and you're like, oh wow, like they're good looking, but you're like, I could never, you know, they would never go for someone. I mean, they would never go for someone like me. And they've already mentally, like, mentally they're already defeated before they even began. Yeah, it's a growing confidence thing that they have to do. So let's see the first time that you guys meet. So when they first saw you, they found you attractive for sure, especially if they're divine masculine. They found the divine feminine very attractive. And let me just triple check this for the divine feminine, if it's a divine masculine, if you're a masculine watching this. Yeah, they were guarded against you. Low-key, I'm sorry, divine masculine, but I'm also getting they were kind of disgusted by you. I'm sorry. I don't like that message in particular, but it came through and I want to be honest with you guys. So if you're a divine masculine watching this, they were like, ew, like why would I ever date that person? Which is so rude. Divine feminine. Let's see anything else for if you're a divine masculine watching this. I think they thought you were too soft. Yeah, and they have, like, I told you, they have their own mental issues. And so I think if you're the divine this is just for if you're the divine masculine. If you're a feminine watching this, then the divine masculine was attracted to you. No ifs, ands, or buts right away. But if you're a divine masculine watching this, the divine feminine just kind of thought you were soft, and they didn't, like, there wasn't an attraction there right away for them. But that's because they, like, I don't know what their relationship to love is, but it seems like they're used to cold people. So when you were just either soft or loving, or you're just not a very cold individual, they automatically wrote you off. But this is your future spouse, so obviously it all works out in the end. And again, our initial impressions aren't always correct. If you're romantic, it can even be cute, because if you like Pride and Prejudice, they made terrible first impressions. So I wouldn't take the first impression or the first thought that runs through their mind too seriously. But it is something they did think, and I do just want to be honest. Yeah, I think if you're masculine watching this, the feminine is used to douchebags. I'm hearing douchebags. They're used to douchebags. So when they first saw you, because you're not like that, they automatically were like just disgusted and they wrote you off. But anyway, how do you guys me? And again, if you're feminine watching this, for sure, the masculine was super attracted to you right away. Yeah. So you guys meet at an end of a period of life. I told you I already had divorce. So for some of you, divorce. That's just for some of you, though. For others, I'm getting a big move or a death of a member. Not necessarily your family, but like it could be theirs. Just some type of huge transition and change in their life that they're going through. And so they're meeting you at... This is not like the best time to be meeting. Yeah, I mean, this isn't a good time to be meeting. So the first time they see you and the first time they meet you, even if they're attracted to you, in the case of if you're a feminine watching this, the divine masculine was attracted to you, but he's thinking this isn't a good time to be meeting. Like, I either just got out of a divorce or a relationship, or I just transferred jobs, or I just moved here, or I just lost my grandma or my mom, or like something, like they just had some big life change, and then they meet you, and it's kind of like, I don't know if I want to go for this. Like, they're still recovering from previous pain, so it's kind of difficult to think about jumping into something right away. Sorry, I just realized I had my heater on, so if you hear, like, kind of weird background noise, it was the heater. Anyway. And if you're the divine masculine watching this, then I think the divine feminine... Yeah, she was looking with her eyes. I'm hearing looks with her eyes, not her heart. So the transformation of your divine feminine is that when she first met you, she wasn't looking with her heart. Like, she wasn't looking at soul. She was looking at appearances or how you come off. So, like, if you come off soft, like I said before, you're just not very aggressive or assertive, that's fine. I don't think that's a problem. But your divine feminine, your future spouse, definitely kind of, like, she was looking with her eyes, not her heart. And so when you first meet, I think there's just a nice banter going on. Yeah, I think no matter what, they kind of have a good banter with you. Like, you guys are good at flirting. Good flirting. I think that's what I'm hearing. Like, flirting. The flirting went very well. No regard, both sides. The flirting went well, and I think that kind of surprised the feminine. And if you're a feminine watching this, then the masculine. Yeah, I think he was just surprised he doesn't have to be he, but they were surprised that they connected so well with someone upon first meeting and communications. Yeah. Let's see what else. So how do they connect? Oop. Holy smokes. So for a lot of you, you connect, I'm getting gym vibes here. Like, you connect at the gym, or you connect at a time where you're learning about yourself, and you're both like students of sorts. So I don't feel any expert energy where one is way above the other in terms of levels. I think you're both relatively close in age. And then, yeah, like I said, you connect at a time where someone is going through like some heartbreak. Like, whoever is the person you're asking for, so not you. Whoever the person you're asking for has gone through some heartbreak of some kind, whether it's death, whether it's, friendships ending, whatever it is to them personally, they felt some pain. And so they're not in their best position. They're just not in their best position to be receiving your relationship when you first meet. And what goes through their mind when they first see you is, for if you're, again, a masculine, it's a little... The girl, I'm not gonna lie, the feminine's gonna be a little judgy. And if you are a feminine, the masculine is strictly, like, he's not looking, I see looking with the eyes, not the heart. Like, they're attracted to you, the masculine is attracted to the feminine, but he doesn't know that this is someone they don't know that you're their future spouse. They're just thinking they wanna, I'm here and take you to bed. So, but then you're kind of smart and witty, and I think the intelligence, no matter who you are, guy or girl, they, whatever you identify as, they are shocked by your intelligence and your communication skills, and so that kind of sets that idea on the back burner. So, am I seeing anything else? About their first, what's their mind when they first see them? Yeah, I'm just hearing I'm not ready for this. Like, they are not ready for this when they meet you. Yeah, it's too much. I'm hearing I'm not ready for this. It's too much because of whatever they've gone through previously. So any deep connection, like the deep connection is there. This is definitely a soulmate that you marry. It's a soulmate that you marry, but they are, their own personal issues just kind of shroud their idea of love, where they're not in the position to receive love at the time that they meet you and to be ready for a relationship. So I think this relationship as well is going to take some time to come together because the whoever this person is you're asking for, you know, your future spouse, is going through their own personal problems that they don't, connecting right away wouldn't actually, getting into a relationship right away would be bad for them because they still have to heal. So once they heal, then the relationship can actually take place. But they do recognize a connection with you right away, guy or girl. Guy, girl, they, whoever they are, they recognize a connection with you. Anything else? And I think something about your health being important in this relationship, and I keep getting gym, like maybe you work out together or you meet at the gym or they're a nutritionist, or something about the health being something that you guys work on together. Maybe it's even mental health. Could be emotional health, could be Reiki, could be whatever it is, but it has to do with your health and your wellness. Yeah, but that's all I'm seeing for you guys. So if it resonated, comment down below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Okay, hello, pile 4. So, we are going to be looking at what goes through your person's mind the first time they see your future spouse. And I don't know why, but from this, I'm getting like the divine masculine, and if you're a feminine watching this, because I've had to jump between the two quite often. Sorry if I sounded far away. I had my mic far back, but I've had to jump between the two quite often. And with this express your love, I feel like the divine masculine, I don't want to say this. Do I have to say this? Can I? Let's get some clarifiers, because if it's not what I think it is, then, you know, then I don't even have to go into it. Let's get some clarifiers. All right, what went through their mind the first time? Yeah, okay. Y'all, I'm sorry. This first impression was not the greatest, or their first, like, what went through their mind the first time they saw you was, nah, like, they weren't about you. I don't think they liked how you acted when they first, I'm getting particularly, like, your actions, not exactly how you look, but, like, how you acted to them. I'm hearing obnoxious. I don't know if you just have, like, very loud energy, or you're just, like, very flirty, or if you're the divine feminine, if you're the, let me see here for the divine masculine, if you're a divine masculine watching this. Yeah, if you're the divine masculine, if you're the masculine watching this, the divine feminine was very, very attracted to you. If you're the divine feminine, so if you identify as feminine watching this, then yeah, the divine masculine was not, I'm just hearing he was not in it. Like, he first thought was mine was like, no, just no. Some of you may be, like, super strong or something, and maybe that made him feel less like a man. I don't know. I'm just getting their first impression was not. What goes through their mind the first time they see pile 4? Okay. Yeah, I think you have a lot of energy. So what I'm getting here with this is you, whoever you are watching this, regardless of gender or, you know, masculine or feminine, you have a lot of energy, and you're very, I think you, even if you don't think you're boisterous, you are, and I'm hearing your voice carries. So even if you think you're being quiet or something, like, your voice is just loud. I'm getting something like you're at a movie theater and you're talking through the movie and you're trying to whisper. Like, you're not trying to be rude, but your voice is just loud. And so the divine masculines first, like, when they first see you, they're like, shut up. Like, stop talking. I'm sorry, this is so mean. This is not what I want to. This is your future spouse, so obviously this all works out. And as I've stressed in previous piles, first impressions are not the end all be all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've met tons of people and had a first impression and have they completely switch that, you know, within the matter of a conversation or a year or whatever. So just because someone's first thought going through their mind when they see you, and often, let's be real, first thoughts going through our head are often superficial. And so I think this person is, I don't think they're superficial. I think their character, they have very particular ideas. If this is a masculine, they have very particular ideas about how a woman should be. And for one of them, it's like quiet and more modest. And if this is a masculine watching this, then the feminine, yeah, she was just attracted to you right away. So if you're masculine watching this, your feminine totally liked you, thought you were like a knight in shining armor. If you are a masculine, or if you're a feminine watching this, the masculine thought you were loud. I'm just kidding. I thought she was loud and kind of obnoxious and annoying. I'm so sorry. And if you're a super quiet person and that's not resonating, then I'm also, I think you are loud, but if you're not, because this is a general reading, and I don't know how many people are watching this, if you're quiet, I'm hearing they're too mousy. So no matter what way you acted, I feel like this is a divine masculine that's hard to please, in the sense of it didn't matter which way you acted. They would have had a, like, stink impression. They might just be kind of a, I'm getting Virgo energy, where they're just kind of hypercritical, and they just have judge, they're just a bit judgy. And they could not be like that at all underneath, but on the surface, that's how it is. Okay, let's see. Anything else about what goes through the future spouse's mind, a pile 4, first time they see you? Yeah, they're like, I just keep getting, I don't want to deal with this. Like, they don't want to deal with you. Even if you met at, like, a bar or something, maybe you were dancing or being obnoxious, and they were just like, this is not my energy. Like, I don't like this. This is definitely a matter, I feel, of opposites attract, where you guys are not similar. So whether you are loud or quiet, they're the opposite, and your energy initially was very off-putting to them. Oh my god. I'm saying it's comical because, like, this is gonna work out in the end. This is your future spouse. So obviously, at the end of all this, you know what I mean? You're either walking down the aisle to them, or they are, you know, waiting at the end of the aisle for you to get there. So clearly, it works out in the end. But we're asking what goes through their mind the first time that you see you, and that's what they're saying. Like, ew, this was the energy. Yeah, not even how you look. You could be very attractive, because I am getting you can be very attractive. And so it wasn't that you necessarily looked bad. They were just judgy. I think you were having a good time, and they were just, they registered you having a good time as being obnoxious. All right. So, how did they first meet? Oh. That's so funny. Okay, you have the Hangman twice. I think whoever your partner is, guy or girl, they're very in their head. And they have a lot of fixed ideas about how things are, but they're not right. Like, you see they're going from the Hangman reverse to the Hangman upright. That, I feel, is the divine saying they have a lot of warped perceptions of things that aren't correct. And I think through dating and meeting you, it actually changes how they view things. And so when this goes to this person's mind when they first see you, they're judgmental. So they're judging you because that's what they do. But once they meet you and get to know you, I think they realize the strength and the light that you bring to life is an asset, not something to be judged. So there's definitely a change in how they view mentally. And again, if you're like a boisterous, loud individual, especially a woman in this case, if you're a woman or you identify as a woman and you're loud and boisterous, this may be a masculine or a man who has very traditional values initially, or has a traditional way of looking at love. And so for you to be so loud, boisterous in yourself is not in line with how they view women are supposed to be. I'm just saying they think women should be timid and quiet. And so if you're not that, then they're automatically, like, put off and judging you. But through actually getting to know you, they realize that there's strength in your energy. There's strength in being loud. Like, there's no need to, why do women have to tame themselves? Yeah. So they think, why, after getting to know you, they're like, yeah, why should anyone have to tame themselves to suit the norms? So I think there's a lot of changes in their mental perceptions of the world with you. I do get that they are attracted to you. So they're judging how you act, because I see they don't like however you act or however you operate or how your energy comes off. They don't like it. Automatically, they're judging it. And I think that's just because it's strong and it's bright.
And this is a person who is very stuck in a traditional mindset, like a traditional mindset that isn't even correct, is what I'm hearing. Like, it's not, I'm hearing Divine say it's not even correct. They don't even think what they think is traditional is not even traditional. I just watched this video, funnily enough, about how back in the day, you know, they used to say, well, I just want a man. Women would say, I want a man, you know, men have to approach you. You don't approach a man. And this guy was saying, well, back in the day, if a woman wanted a man to approach her, she would drop a handkerchief and then he would go pick it up and give it to her, and that's how they would get the conversation started. So in essence, the woman was still putting in the work in choosing the man. The man was not choosing the woman, but the man felt like it was his idea. If that made sense to you, what I'm getting at is that this person has traditional ideas like, oh, you know, guys chase girls, but he doesn't even realize that back in the day, the woman was still the one setting it up by dropping her handkerchief. That's the kind of energy I'm getting here, where they just have wrong perceptions of the past, and you change that 100%. Like, you change that. I hear you have like a lion in you. Definitely feeling Leo energy here with the sun, the strength card. Leo might be prominent in your chart. You're very much a star, and guy or girl, you're very much a star. And this person, yeah, they're not used to that, but this is divine. This is definitely a case of opposites attract and come together to be better. And they are attracted to you when they first see you, when they first meet you, when they first see you, they think you're attractive, but they don't like how you act. Unfortunately, yeah. I'm getting more. I already got Pride and Prejudice at another pile, but I get Pride and Prejudice for this too. You know how Mr. Darcy, when he first sees Elizabeth, he says she's handsome, but not handsome enough to tempt me. You know, that's kind of the energy where he has traditional thoughts about what women should be like, or I've never seen an accomplished woman before. And then getting to know Elizabeth, he's like, oh my God, this woman's amazing. And I think that's kind of your love story. Very Pride and Prejudice, where the guy, at least if you're a divine feminine watching this. So if you're a feminine watching this, the masculine definitely has some really bad ideas in his head. Yeah, I keep getting Mr. Darcy. So he's going to be judging you. I'm sorry. He's going to be judging you off the bat. And if you're the divine feminine, if you're the divine masculine watching this, the divine feminine is going to be attracted to you right away and your traditional values. And I still think regardless, it is the masculine in this relationship that undergoes a transformation when it comes to how they view the world and they view life. And whoever the feminine is in this relationship is what brings the light to this person's life and changes how they are. So if you're a masculine, I'm hearing you're a bit more traditional, a bit more reserved maybe. But yeah, okay, let's see what else. I love this. Yeah, this is very Pride and Prejudice. Very, very Pride and Prejudice. It just keeps coming through so strongly. Just the insult, the judging people you don't even know, the actually falling in love, you know, with what you thought you hated. And the complete change in mindset where you undergo a complete and utter transformation. And you literally had Leo come out. I'm dead. So yeah, you have very bright, loud lion energy, and this person is not with it. I think they're more like a horse, like a calm, and not this like loud, boisterous horse, like a calm, black trotting horse. And you come in here with lion energy, and they are just, they're not about it at first because it rubs them the wrong way. And then once they get to know you, they obviously fall in love with you. This is actually so cute. If you have not seen Pride and Prejudice before, if you are well-versed in English, watch it at least once. It's so good. If you don't know English that well, or English isn't your first language, it's going to be confusing as F-U-C-K. I'll just be honest. It'll be confusing because the words are not, unless you're well-versed with academia or like upper level English words, AP English words, it's not going to be an easy watch. But if you are American, Canadian, you know, a UK resident, someone who's well versed in English, then I would say watch Pride and Prejudice, because that's the first impression. That's their first thought that goes through their head. Attractive, but they think they hate your energy. Yeah. Yeah, I'm hearing they even think you're trashy. Like in Pride and Prejudice, part of the running gag or like the running idea is that her family is poor, even though they're still rich. They're poor rich, if that could even be a thing for back in the day. They're like bourgeois. And so part of when he confesses his love to her, he's like, I've ignored the inferiority of your birth and your circumstances. And she's just like, he basically insults her while telling her he's fallen in love with her. And I think this is the masculine's energy. It's like, Excuse me? You just insulted me. Am I supposed to sit here and think that you like me? Even though he finds you very attractive. And again, if you are the divine masculine watching this, your divine feminine, she's a firecracker. I think the divine feminine is just a firecracker, and you may not like her energy. I think this is very set in that the feminine is a loud kind of individual and the masculine has a calmer, stoic energy. And it's just very reminiscent of Pride and Prejudice. And I absolutely love this. So let's just see, how do you guys connect? Because we get that you can be, and this meeting can happen anywhere, but I definitely assume more so at a party. Or even I hear volunteering, so maybe you volunteer somewhere, or you're like a nurse or a doctor, but you just have loud energy. So how do they connect? Yeah, you're witty, just like Elizabeth in Pride and Prejudice. You're smart, you're creative, and you might connect through the arts. I had the movie theater. Oh my gosh, I forgot I said that. So like the movie theater or going to a play or something. Either you're in the play or you enjoy plays, and then after the play they see you and you're like talking loudly and they just judge you for it, but then they later get to know you and they enjoy your intellect. And then I think later on they enjoy, like I told you, you change the divine masculine's mindset if you're the divine feminine. And if you are the divine masculine watching this, divine feminine, yes, the divine feminine will change your mindset and you will start liking boisterous, loud people. You just will really love their fun, childlike energy. Yeah. And I think part of this is that the divine masculine is a hard worker, and there's just something with family upbringing being very rather traditional or rather just assertive in a certain way. And so breaking out of that would be very different. I'm getting something that has like, for some reason I get, and I'm by no means judging any religion when I say this, but I'm getting Mormon vibes for one, where women have certain roles, or something like Muslims, where there's just like a traditional role for women, and there's nothing wrong. I don't judge any religion by any means, absolutely not at all. But you know, there's in certain religions, there's a way a woman is supposed to be, and if you grow up in that religion, then you're expected to abide by those things. And so women, you know, maybe they're supposed to be more demure in the religion that this person is in, or in the upbringing this person has, and you're not that, but you guys are definitely divine counterparts. This is your future spouse. I think this is one of, I keep saying, opposites attract, where you get together and it works. And you guys are, I definitely see this as someone who you have, like, you're together. Once you get married, it's not like you get divorced, even though you're different. You literally stay married until your death, and you're old people, and you might bicker, or he might pretend to be annoyed at your liveliness, but he secretly, you know, loves it. And something else I'm getting is a masculine is rather financially well off, and I don't mean necessarily rich, but he's good with finances. So whoever masculine is, or he or she, the masculine is good with finances, and the feminine, I think you can be a little reckless with your money because you like to have a good time. Anyway, I'm running over, but this was really fun. I love this pile. Let me know if you've met someone recently who's kind of giving you the stank eye, because that might be future hubby or wifey, okay? And that's all I have for you guys. I hope you have a lovely day. Bye.